Cornwall at just 3 degrees Celsius, whilst Aberdeen sits at 6. Yes, you heard that right. The southwest, actually colder than the northeast. Is your area about to face another deluge after what's already been one of the wettest starts to February on record? Right now, we have rain warnings in force across Devon, Cornwall, and Dorset, where 200 millimetres has already fallen. That S, saturated ground, flooded roads, and communities still clearing up. But here's what S developing over the next 7 days. And I need your location in the comments right now, because tomorrow I'll be breaking down exactly when this hits your specific area. London, URE looking at rain arriving late Tuesday, heaviest overnight into Wednesday morning. Manchester, your window of heavy precipitation comes Wednesday afternoon through Thursday morning. Birmingham, Wednesday evening is when you need to be prepared. Glasgow, persistent showers through Tuesday and Wednesday with snow on higher ground. Cardiff, the rain intensifies Tuesday night. Belfast, you had that icy start this morning, but milder air pushes in Tuesday afternoon. Now, before we dive deeper, let me set the scene. We have a stubborn low-pressure system anchored to our west. But here's the complicating factor: high pressure over Scandinavia acting like a brick wall, preventing these Atlantic systems from moving through at their usual pace. The result? These lows are stalling right over the British Isles, wringing themselves out repeatedly over the same areas. The Met Office Unified Model and the European model are currently in fairly close agreement on the broad pattern, persistent unsettled weather dominated by Atlantic influence. But there is a crucial divergence appearing for the second week of February, and I'll come back to that in about 5 minutes because it could change everything for the north. Let me walk you through what's happening right now. Northern Ireland saw temperatures drop to -2 overnight, with ice warnings in place until 9 o'clock this morning. That S now expired as cloud has thickened from the west. Across Scotland, the Western Highlands are seeing the best brightness, whilst the eastern coasts from Aberdeenshire down through Angus and into Fife are getting persistent rain. This is turning to snow above 400 metres across the Grampians. The winds across northeast Scotland are really quite strong. We are talking potential coastal gales around Fraserburgh, Peterhead, Orkney and Shetland. Those northern isles could see gusts reaching 70 to 80 kilometres per hour through this evening. Further south across England and Wales, it is cloudier. Newcastle and the northeast seeing outbreaks of rain and drizzle. Leeds, Sheffield, Nottingham grey skies with temperatures struggling to reach 7 degrees. The Midlands, Birmingham, Leicester. Coventry cloudy with drizzle patches around 6 to 7 degrees. Now southern England, this is where I need you to pay close attention. We have rain already pushing into Devon and Cornwall, moving northeastward through this evening and overnight. Plymouth, Exeter, Torquay, you are already seeing this intensify. By this evening it spreads into Dorset, Somerset and South Wales. Bristol, Bath, you are looking at heavy rain from around 6 o'clock. Swansea, Cardiff, Newport rainfall becomes persistent from early evening. Here's the concerning bit. This rain warning remains in force because we are adding more rainfall onto already saturated ground. Some areas of Devon and Cornwall have seen nearly a month's worth of rain in the past week. The ground simply cannot absorb anymore. Any additional rainfall, and we're reforecasting another 20 to 40 millimetres widely locally, 50 to 70 millimetres on higher ground. This is going to lead to further flooding issues. Hampshire, Wiltshire, you'll see this rain arriving late tonight. Southampton, Winchester, Salisbury expect rainfall from around midnight. The rain then pushes into the southeast. Brighton, Hastings, Maidstone, wet conditions developing after midnight, heaviest in the pre-dawn hours Tuesday. London and the M25 corridor, rainfall arrives around 2 to 3 o'clock Tuesday morning, heaviest from 4 until about 8 o'clock. The morning commute on Tuesday is going to be wet. Cambridge, Ipswich, Norwich, you are on the eastern edge, so rain lighter and more showery arriving Tuesday morning. But here is what nobody is talking about yet. Whilst all eyes are on this southern rainfall, we've got a secondary concern developing across Scotland. The persistent easterly winds combining with cold air aloft means snow accumulations building across higher routes. The A9 Perth to Inverness, the A93 across the Cairngorms, the A83 around Glencoe, these routes could see 5 to 10 centimetres of lying snow by Tuesday evening. Inverness, you're at low level, so mainly rain, but head up towards Aviemore and the ski areas. We are looking at fresh snow accumulations reaching 15 to 20 centimetres by Wednesday morning. Aberdeen, Dundee, Perth, you in this uncomfortable zone where it's too mild at sea level for snow, but the precipitation is persistent enough to cause problems. Temperatures hovering around 3 to 4 degrees with rain and a biting easterly wind. Feels like temperature more like freezing or below. Wait until you see what happens Tuesday. That rain across southern England pushes northward through the morning. Southampton easing by late morning, London lighter through afternoon. Manchester, Liverpool, Leeds. Tuesday afternoon sees persistent rain with temperatures only 5 to 6 degrees. The Pennines could see sleet or wet snow above 300 metres. Newcastle, Sunderland, Middlesbrough continued showers with that strong easterly wind. Temperature says 5 degrees, feels like freezing. Edinburgh, persistent showers continue through Tuesday, some turning wintry over the Pentlands. Glasgow, slightly milder at 5 degrees with fewer but heavier showers when they arrive. Now that model divergence I mentioned earlier for the second week of February, the Met Office model keeps low pressure nearby with ongoing unsettled conditions. The European model hints at high pressure building from the east late next week, potentially bringing colder but drier conditions to Scotland and northern England. This matters enormously for the north. If the European model plays out, temperatures drop significantly from Friday. Aberdeen could drop to -1 or -2 by next weekend. Inverness potentially -3 or -4 overnight. Edinburgh and Glasgow seeing daytime maximums of just 2 to 3 degrees. But if the Met Office model is right, we stay in this mild, unsettled Atlantic pattern. So we've got a genuine fork in the forecast from Friday onwards. Tomorrow's model runs should narrow this uncertainty, which is exactly why you need to check back tomorrow. Wednesday brings some interesting developments. Southern England and South Wales might see brighter spells through the afternoon. After all this rain, any sunshine will be welcome. Bristol, Cardiff, London, Kent, Sussex. Drier for much of the day with possible sunny intervals. The Midlands, Birmingham, Nottingham, Leicester. Wednesday looks like a transition day, starting cloudy with drizzle, but brighter spells potentially developing by afternoon. Northern England, Manchester, Liverpool, Leeds starts brighter after overnight rain clears, but showers return from the west during afternoon. Scotland continues the showery theme. Glasgow might see sunshine between showers. Edinburgh remains cloudier with continued North Sea showers. Northern Ireland brings a mix of sunny spells and showers, temperatures recovering to 7 or 8 degrees. Thursday and Friday is where it gets really interesting. Both models agree that cloud increases again from the west Thursday. What they disagree on is what follows. Scenario 1, the Met Office solution, continued mild southwesterly flow with further rain spreading northeast Friday into the weekend. Temperatures remaining around 7 to 9 degrees in the south, 5 to 7 in the north. Scenario 2, the European model solution, high pressure builds over Scandinavia, winds back to the east and northeast, dragging in colder continental air. Temperatures drop several degrees, snow showers developing across eastern Scotland and northeast England, Friday into the weekend. Much drier across western areas, but feeling decidedly colder everywhere. For eastern Scotland, this difference is massive. Aberdeen, if scenario 2 plays out, you go from relatively mild showery conditions to potentially significant snow showers, with accumulations possible even at lower levels by the weekend. I cannot tell you with confidence which scenario will happen. The models will hopefully converge over the next 24 to 48 hours. What I can tell you is there's a genuine possibility of a significant pattern change late this week. For now, the reliable forecast is this. Rain clears southern areas Tuesday night into Wednesday, brief respite Wednesday afternoon for some, then further rain likely Thursday into Friday. After that, genuine uncertainty. I know many of you in the southwest and South Wales are frustrated with the endless rain. Devon, Cornwall, Dorset, South Wales, UV had a terrible time. The rivers are high, ground saturated, and the forecast doesn't offer much relief immediately. For Scotland, the persistent cloud and drizzle across eastern areas is wearing thin. It has that grey, damp, bone-chilling weather that just saps morale. The Western Highlands have at least been seeing some brightness. There is a glimmer that we could see something different developing late next week. Whether it is the colder scenario or not, at least it would be a change from this pattern. Right, let me draw this together with the key messages. Short term, next 48 hours, rain warning remains for the southwest. Further rainfall on saturated ground means continued flooding risk. This rain pushes northeast Monday night into Tuesday, affecting southern England, the Midlands, eventually northern England. Clears Wednesday morning for most. Midterm, Wednesday to Friday, brief respite. Wednesday afternoon for southern areas. Cloud increases Thursday. Further rain likely Friday, but uncertainty about whether this continues the mild Atlantic pattern or shifts to colder easterly conditions. Longer term next weekend and beyond. Genuine uncertainty. Models diverging. Could stay mild and unsettled or turn colder and drier, particularly for Scotland and northern England. Tomorrow's model runs should clarify. Scotland faces ongoing showery conditions with snow on hills. Eastern areas remaining grey and damp. Potential for colder conditions developing late week if high pressure builds to the east. The Met Office will update their warnings as necessary. Currently, rain warnings for southwest England and parts of Wales remain in force. Keep checking for the latest warning updates, particularly if you re in flood-prone areas. Now, drop your city or county in the comments right now. Tomorrow's forecast, I'll try to give more specific timing for as many locations as possible based on the overnight model runs. The more specific your location, the more detailed I can be. I know forecast uncertainty can be frustrating. You want definite answers about Saturday, whether you can plan that outdoor event, whether you need to worry about snow. The honest truth is that beyond 3 days, forecasting becomes increasingly challenging, particularly in this pattern where small shifts in low-pressure tracks make big differences. What I can promise is that I will give you the most up-to-date information as it becomes available. Tomorrow's video, I should have much clearer information about that potential pattern change for late week. The models will have had another 24 hours of data to work with. For now, prepare for more rain if you are in the south and west. Scotland, prepare for continued showers and hill snow. Everyone, keep an eye on the forecast because things could change late this week. One thing I haven't mentioned, the sunshine hours recently have been appalling. That persistent cloud just blocks everything out. Even when we're not getting rain, we're not getting sunshine either. February is already a dark month, and when you add persistent cloud cover, it really affects mood. If we do get that shift to easterly conditions late week, at least Scotland and eastern areas might see clearer skies, even if it comes with colder temperatures. Sometimes a bright, cold day feels better than a grey, mild one. There's something about sunshine, even weak winter sunshine, that lifts spirits. Right, before I wrap up, let me give you a specific tease for tomorrow. I am going to be looking at a very interesting development in the stratosphere. There is a sudden stratospheric warming event potentially developing which could influence our weather patterns in mid to late February. I'll explain what that means, whether it is likely to happen, and what the implications could be. That is quite technical stuff, but I'll break it down. Also tomorrow, I'll have the latest on that potential cold shot for late week. By then, we should know if the European Model S easterly scenario is looking more or less likely. If it is looking likely, I'll give you specific temperature forecasts and snow potential for your area. So that's your lot for today. Check the Met Office warnings if you're in the southwest or South Wales. Flooding remains a real concern. Everyone else, prepare for more unsettled weather through Tuesday and Wednesday. And please drop your location in the comments. I do read them, and I will try to address specific areas tomorrow. Thanks very much for watching. Tomorrow's video will be out at the usual time around 5 o'clock in the evening. I'll see you then. Take care, stay safe, and stay